You from over there, girl. So, come here, girl. Going over there in that corner.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Pass is caught. It's TJ
Shit.
Hawkinson.
This nigga here. I forgot about this nigga here.
And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a TJ Hawkinson touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Oh, shit.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start.
Oh, man. Purdy, you threw it right to him, Purdy. Damn, Purdy.
He's going to go. It's a big 6.
You threw it right to him, Purdy.
Reichard on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Stop, girl.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down throw by Purdy. Another first down
Bruh.
mistake. He's intercepted again. And the
Damn,
Vikings
Purdy.
will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's
Come
got to
on,
tackle.
Purdy.
Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
That one's caught along the left
God
side.
damn, Purdy.
That goes as a gain of
It's
25
all
yards. He
good.
picks up the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Bruh.
And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown.
Nigga got
Vikings
21
take
nothing
a
on me,
20
bro.
zip lead. Jordan Addison the touchdown. One after try good by Riker. And the Vikings push their lead to 21 zip already.
Come on. Early.
Here's Riker set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. Big lick from the
That nigga
coverage
is
team
whooping
there.
my
That's a short
ass right
measure
now.
before they
Oh,
get to the
Lord.
30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action.
Ah,
Hit him yet again. Jeff Okuda with the INT.
oh, hell nah. Purdy gotta get out of there,
And it's
bro.
a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Another score here in this first quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent.
What's up?
And they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories
You
on
ain't
your
can't
end
get
as they
open,
get ready
bro.
back
Shit,
on
I
the
need some
field after
reasonable
that
receivers,
interception.
bro. You shutting that shit
The
down,
Colts
bro.
look to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Alright. Stop, move. Get out, get, go, get out of there. Go. Get out.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception.
Bruh, that's a linebacker, bruh.
That throw is looking for Brandon Ayuk. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That is a linebacker. That is a fucking linebacker, bro.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. That finds Jacob
That is
Kelly.
a linebacker, bro.
Big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, and sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Purdy on 1st down. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You gonna stand, man. Nigga literally goes to stand, man. Nigga literally just goes stand, man.
From the red zone now. To the edge of the end zone.
Purdy.
Oh, it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. To throw again, it's Purdy. He'll get this one to Cowie. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he gets in, touchdown. The 49ers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Oh, man.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 41. A give left side to Jones. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Ah! I didn't killing my niggas, bro. That's all you got. I got some for that shit, bro.
That's the 3rd time that he's thrown them into the end zone. It's hard to think of a better start he could be having than this. Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings.
That nigga is killing my niggas down the middle, so that's all he got, huh?
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Completed over the middle. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Brought in by Ayuk. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Let's go now. 19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got it near the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Vikings have played to an early lead. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. From the gun is Purdy. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Purdy to throw it. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Moody knocks it through. And that lowers the gap to 25 points.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
On the return, it's Rondale Moore. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
On play action now, McCarthy. Buying some time right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. '49ers stacking up the secondary. Look at that. They're in the dime. 3rd down. Jones trying the left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings running away with it in the 2nd quarter. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings continue adding on to that lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. Takes it just shy of that end zone. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go street. No, no. Left wing 19. 18, left, 18, left, go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep down. He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
Now Purdy. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Hey. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18, Pioneer. Check go.
Purdy throwing here. And they pick him off again. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Able to find Hawkinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Smash. Let's go now. Hut.
Now a give to Jones. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He has the 1st over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied, knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Back to the air, McCarthy. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Set.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Will Reichard now to try the Vikings field goal. It's a 36-yard look for him. Smith able to put it through. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go, Reed, go. 3, 3. 18 reps, 18 reps. Go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Motioning right is Ayuk. Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 3, 3.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the red zone now. Left side secured by Ayuk. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Come on, set. Let go.
To throw again, it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Here's Purdy to throw. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers chop some of the lead off before the half. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, For a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
70 range, 19 Lion. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. Lion. Hurt, hurt. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Looking to throw, Purdy. Forced out to his right. Looking, taking a shot deep down the right sideline. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
Back to the air on second, Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's tackled for a short gain. And the Vikings going with a dime package here. Third down coming up.
Hurt. 7
Running back sent in motion.
Dragon 60. Let go.
On third down, Purdy. Completed to his running back. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go. Set. Hey, smash. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Warrior 70. Hut.
Purdy throwing here on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. So it'll be second down.
Tag. Come 19. Ready?
From the gun is Purdy. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Second and 10 now. Has it at the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Got to be second down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Broke through the tackle, and he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Jones once more. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I put their ability to execute the RPO up with anybody in the league. In the best of the teams, when you get in that run-pass option, you create a state of conflict. You get that defense on their heels, and big plays follow.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Only a yard that time, and now it's second and goal from the 1. QB sneak coming, and he runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. His 5th total score of this ball game. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings tack on 7 more to their lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Purdy looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Tight end going in motion here. First down throw by Purdy. Puts his body on the line, and he got it. Offense up to the line fast. They just get the play off. And he can't escape this one. They get to him for a nice exclamation point to end this third quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's 49ers football as we enter the fourth of what's been a largely one-sided game. All right, here we go. Second down.
Rocco 80. Set, go. Hot, hot.
Trying again following the sack. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Go.
Third and long, Purdy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Desperation time here on fourth. He finds him beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
79 Rocco. Let go.
Now Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Working quickly here. From the 16. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Offense in the hurry up here.
90, 18. 69. Head to street.
Here he is on third and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Next match. 19, Pioneer. Ready.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go. Set.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He puts some power on a deep one left. Brought in inside the 20. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings keep running away with this. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. One after try good by Reichard. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They've got a man in motion. Purdy on first down. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's Purdy to throw. Off his back foot, hurling this deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down. Purdy to throw it. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Here's McCarthy, first and 10. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the red zone now. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Vikings running them out of the building. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Vikings electing not to kick it. The offense staying out there. They're going for 2. Back to the air, McCarthy. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Ooh, whether they got it or not there, Brock, not going to make too many friends going for 2 in that situation.
Yeah, sure felt less about whether they're successful or not, and more just about the fact they don't care. But I'll tell you what, they may forget about it. Those guys on the other side, they won't. And they'll remember it the next time they line up against each other.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.